strict reps, full range of motion. Is it the way to train? It's a way to train. It is not the only way to train. You don't want to be sloppy with your reps, but you don't want to be like Jane Fonda with your reps either. If nobody knows who that is, that's like I don't know. Look, I don't want to get into that. Just look her up. She's a more or less like an aerobics type trainer, movie star. I believe she played in the old movie 9 to 5, I think it was. Strict reps. I'd say you want to be, if you're doing a bench press, you don't want to bring it down and bounce it off your chest and all that other shit. No, you don't want to do that. That's crazy. But I don't know. If you go too slow, fatigue is going to set in quick. If you make it 4 or 5 seconds down, 4 or 5 seconds up, you don't use any weight. You're not going to use anything. And you got to use some kind of weight. You got to use some kind of weight. That's just the way it is. You can't use 5 pounds and get a big chest. It's just, not going to happen. You got to, some movements, be more rhythmatically, like a rhythm. You might want to call it maybe loose form, but not so loose that you got a lot of momentum going. That's not good either, because then the muscle, you're using other body parts and, you're taking away from the muscle. You want to find a happy medium. You want to find a middle ground there. A lot of movements like cables, you could come all the way out and pretty much, like a tricep press down or something, almost come all the way out and there's still tension there because it's a cable. But, if you're doing a French press, with a barbell or dumbbell, you go all the way out, lock the elbows all the way out. The tension is off the tricep when you go to a certain point. If you bring it completely all the way down where your arm's totally stretched out, well, there's tensions off again. So you got to have some, I said this before, you want to be like long range middle reps. You're kind of in the middle of the repetition, but it's a long rep. If you look up some of the great bodybuilders out there, Arnold, Sergio, all them guys, I still look up guys like that. Danny Padilla. I look at builds like that and the way they trained, the guys from the 70s, early 80s, the golden era, man. Those guys, there's guys bigger now, of course. Why do you think that is, though? Do they know more? No, they don't. They don't know more. They might be better chemistry students, if you know what I mean. But I think their physiques were phenomenal, man. They had the little waist, the wide shoulders, put you in mind of the classic physique that they got out now. Still got mass, but you got their physiques are more pleasing to the eye. Guys now, not knocking their physiques or anything, but how big, when's it going to stop, man? How big, the human body, it's, when's it going to end? Bigger is better. Bigger. Those guys back then trained for the love of it, man. And yes, they were chemists too. At that level, You have to be. You know, if you want a good build, a big, solid, but you can build a big build and have a good, you can put a lot of size on your frame and be jacked without being a chemist. You can be. You can definitely do this. You know, a lot of guys, as soon as they start lifting, they want to be a chemist right away before they even hit any weights. And that's just like building a house and just taking the roof and just throwing it on the ground and forgetting the rest of it. That's their house, you know. And if they start out like that, believe me, they're just borrowing muscle. They're just borrowing it for a while, you know. Now, if there's somebody that trained really hard for a long time and then they become a chemist, you know, because they had to, they had to become a chemist for a little bit. Well, when they quit their, decide to just take a break from chemistry for a little bit, they're still going to be big because their physique was built they have a history to their build. You know, they have days and days of grueling training, and there was no barred muscle there. That's why they're still going to be big. They won't be as big, no, but they'll be close probably. I mean, that's just it's the way it is. A lot of people they want to know what kind of chemist should I become here to get big arms and stuff like that. But don't just go do some fucking curls or something, and eat right. That couldn't possibly work. No, you don't want to do that. Let's just go, or get some of that shit called synthol and stick that in your arms, Let's get some synthol. And that shit's not even real. It's like oil, man. Okay? And no, I've never used it. And it looks fake as fuck. Okay? I mean, who the hell wants to do that? The guys walking around and they're weak. They're weak. If you ever look up any of them fucking guys that don't even lift weights and just go shoot their body parts up with synthol and shit, yeah, they get blowed up, big, fake-looking, stupid arms and stuff that don't even look real. They look dumb. I'm gonna build big arms. I'm gonna have an arm that looks like an arm. So you don't have to be a chemist to be, jacked. You don't. But you do got to eat. You got to fucking eat. I say this all the time, and there's days where I feel guilty because I know deep down I didn't eat enough, and I can kick myself for that because it's like I know, and the one day I'm telling you, I had this was just one day, for example. What did I have? I probably had 10 eggs, 4 hamburgers, 3 chicken breasts, 2 protein drinks, and something else. I don't know. That was the majority of protein. Carbs, I had rice and oatmeal, but I felt like I slacked a little bit on my carbs a little bit that day. Or maybe the protein, it could have been a little bit better. But yes, I eat like that just about every day. Weekends come, I cut loose, but I still make sure I get the protein in there. I still make sure I get the protein in there. Because that is what's going to help you recover from the workouts. Now that I'm on a roll, I'll tell you what else fucks me off. When I don't get enough sleep. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm zapping my testosterone. And I'm 54 years old, and I need all the test I can get. You know what I mean? Yes, I can go become a chemist too, but that's another topic. And no, I'm not a chemist right now. No. But I'm just saying, if you eat right, train right, you'll be right, man. And everybody, this guy over here, I remember this one guy, I was in the gym one time, and this guy's watching this guy do arms. He's cheating on everything. He was cheating. His arms were fucking huge, though, okay? They were fucking huge. His tries were big. I don't know if he was a chemist or not. He might have been, I don't know. But I've seen some guys curling, fucking 10 pounds going like just real slow, coming down. And no fucking arms, man, okay? Because they ain't using enough to shock the muscle. They're doing this real slow shit too, man. Please. I personally, I don't know. Maybe some guys can grow big, huge arms like that. I don't know. I don't believe in cheating like a nut. And it's good to do some squeezing movements, slower movements, squeezing and shit like that. But after your workout, your exercises are done, then you can roll with that kind of shit. Then do that. On bar crawls, hey, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look him up. I'm sure everybody should know who he is. He put the sport on the map, man. Watch him curl. And yes, he was big on cheat curls. Cheated like crazy. He got 275 pounds on cheat curls. But that is not all he did. He did concentration curls. He did preacher curls sometimes. I don't think he was a big preacher curl guy. Incline dumbbell curls. He didn't go over 40, 50 pound dumbbells and stuff like that. He isolated and did cheat curls. So you got a mix going on there. You got a mix. Everybody says, he trains 6 days a week, 2 workouts a day. Yes, before a contest he did that. Before a contest. Off season, no, he did not do that. That's how they did it in the old days. They tried to bring out the striations, this and that. They didn't do any cardio because they didn't have to. That was like their cardio, If you think you're going to gain mass by training twice a day, 3-hour workouts and stuff, chances are, natural or enhanced, you're probably not going to grow that much, because that's just too much volume, too many. You'll break down unless you could sleep a lot, like, I don't know, a ton, and eat around the clock. But hey, man, like I say, I got off the subject talking about, mid-range reps and full-range reps and the diet and everything else. But hey, I ramble on a little bit. What can I say? Sometimes it just happens. When I'm filming a video or talking, I'm not, sitting there writing it down before I say what I'm going to say. I just, whatever pops in my head and I want to talk about, I do it, And yes, I'm long-winded. I know that. But I speak the truth. When it comes to bodybuilding and anything that has to do with that kind of stuff, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay? If somebody says, hey, man, should I cheat a lot? Should I do this? I'm gonna say, look, if you feel it, do it. I don't believe in hurting yourself, though. You don't want to do that. Like I said, my buddy used to do heavy cheat curls, and he cheated like crazy. He didn't cheat crazy, but they were kind of loose, but he felt them, and his biceps were big. And, maybe that won't work for you. Maybe you need to do something else. Maybe real strict form will work for you, Back, I could cheat like hell. Or do strict. It doesn't matter. My back's going to grow either way. So, the mind-muscle connection plays a huge role on what's going to grow and what's not going to grow. Genetics, mind-muscle connection, all that shit. Muscle bellies, muscle length, tendons, long tendons, short tendons. There's so many factors. All you can do, man, is just believe in yourself and train hard. And that is it. And eat the best you can to grow. Don't eat like a bird. Don't train like a pussy. And you'll grow. All right, man. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you at another time. Later.